Mary Trump appeared on the Dean Obadala show to talk about Merrick Garland's legacy and how he will go down in history. Let's take a listen.
Listen, hopefully Jack Smith will get the evidence he needs to indict the right people, and hopefully Merrick Garland will see the wisdom in letting that happen and allow things to play out, right? Even if that happens, though, historians will look at Merrick Garland's unwillingness to act in a timely fashion as a massive failure. If, however, we don't succeed in holding those people accountable, and we are not able to hang on to the American experiment, I think Merrick Garland will go down in history as the person who most failed America.
Is that how we feel? That will Merrick Garland be held accountable in that way? Do we think he's holding out because he has some genius and some timing that will be perfect to save the American experiment, both with the indictments, but also by helping electorally the Democrats? What do you think?
Just a normal, average Joe patriot running for president. And the irony is that what CNN is saying in their billing of this event is that it's an opportunity for the constituents to ask about the issues and to voice their concerns. The issues? Well, I mean, I don't know. An issue might be, hey, did you plot a coup and incite an insurrection in order to maintain power? Here's a concern. Would you do that again? I have a concern. I'm average Joe citizen from Nashua, New Hampshire. Did you sell nuclear secrets to the North Koreans? How about the Russians? Yes, that's a concern. But CNN's just portraying this like it's 2015.
Funny. But, the serious party said the free press is a pillar, maybe the pillar of a free society, not the enemy. Again, forming that contrast with Trump, who's literally on top of all the other horrors, he has just vowed retribution against everybody if he, God forbid, ever got back into office, right?
Absolutely. That's all you'll get. If he gets reelected, God forbid, it'll just be a resentment tour, because nobody holds on to a grudge like Donald Trump. That guy gets mad at somebody in the 80s. He's still telling you about it in 2010. That's the way he's wired. That's resentment. That's part of the addictive personality, and the sort of character defects that he's never dealt with. And look, he's a man who used the press for his own benefit, right? Trump is a creation of the press more than probably anything else, the public figure of Trump. He would call up People magazine and Page Six and, under an alias and talk about, what a playboy he was back in the 80s. Right. And then he turned on the press, after he made the press a ton of money in his 2016 campaign, he called them enemies of the state and got his crowds to boo at him. That's dangerous for a president, obviously.
It's so funny having you on who, because you worked on The Apprentice. I still sometimes just go, Mark Burnett.
Yeah.
Oh my God, damn it. Right. Created this whole myth of the successful businessman, which, as you know, is just a complete lie from the get-go.
Mark had to rent furniture. I did The Celebrity Apprentice because my sort of specialty is dealing with celebrity talent. The Apprentice, when it first began, was just a contest, obviously, between regular folks, right? And a buddy of mine was on the crew, the initial crew that did all the pre-production. And when they went into Trump's office, they had to rent new furniture because the furniture was so threadbare and ratty. They were like, nobody's going to believe this guy's a billionaire, because he probably wasn't at that point. Yeah. And It was much more of a mom and pop shop than most people realize. It was like 12 people who worked there. It wasn't some big, it wasn't Corcoran Group or some huge corporation.
Yeah.
It was a tiny place. He sold apartments for cash to Russians, essentially.